I've never felt this way for a character before. But sis, what better man are you gonna find? What does the better man for you look like? Like, give me a breakdown, Carlotta, of what that would look like. This is a man that I don't understand. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a book review of the book titled Fires to Come. It is a part of the Blaze collection. I've read two other books in this collection and I really like them, so that's what made me give this one a shot. It is by Asha Lemmie and the book was 45 pages. It came out February 22nd of 2024. And I think what made me interested in it, aside from the fact that I'm a Kindle Unlimited hoochie and I read every book that's on Kindle Unlimited at this point, um, it was a short story, but also really just me seeing how high these books were trending. So that's what made me go ahead and want to give it a shot. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button because I come with these book reviews at least twice a week at this point. I'm trying to put you guys on to new books and new authors, or maybe books on authors that you haven't read before. um I feel like every single book so far, like 3 out of the 6 books um I've read in this series, and I really did like them. So the book summary is: in early 20th century New York City, a young woman torn between two cultures must choose where her loyalties lie, in a gripping short story by New York Times bestselling author Asha Lemmie. Abandoned as an infant and raised by protective, if secretive, Italian parents, Carlotta has never quite fit in her own life as the only Black person in her neighborhood. Even when she ventures to Harlem, where jazz, community, and a man's love await her, she doesn't feel fully accepted at home. But when the dynamics in her adopted family shift and her grows more tenuous, Carlotta has to decide where she belongs, no matter the threats or the price that must be paid. Now, at first, I was like, I guess I wasn't really grasping the concept yet that she was Black. I went in and I listened to this book without even reading the book summary, just off the strength of the other book in this like series. I had liked it that much. I just kind of went in. I did a blind read and listened to it, and I don't regret it. But Carlotta's mother just loves on her, adorns her with so much love and affection. I at first didn't realize that homegirl was adopted. Even when the one oldest brother, I believe Fernando, would tease her and be like, "Oh, um, you're not like us. We found you in the trash, this and that." I feel like that's one of those jokes that every sibling group tells each other. I remember we used to tell my one younger brother, like, "You're definitely adopted. Like, you realize you're not really whatever." But at first, I'm like, well, is she adopted? Like, is she an outside child that the father had? Like, where did this girl come from? Because they are Italian as hell, and homegirl is mocha as mocha comes. So that's why I'm just like, what is going on? Homegirl is really mocha as mocha comes. So that's why I was feeling like, is she even actually adopted? I couldn't tell. Um, the one middle child, the middle brother is actually really sweet to her. He's like super kind to her and stuff. He is kind of sort of her protector. And sometimes when they both get in trouble, like the two youngest, Carlotta, and her one brother that's like one, basically the middle child, he protects her so much. But the oldest brother comes and really tells Carlotta, like, yeah, our dad is like this. She doesn't necessarily, he doesn't tell her that the dad's like a drug lord, but basically he tells her, like, yeah, our dad kills people and this and that. So Carlotta, being a young impressionable child, comes to the dad and she's like, "Dad, is it true that you kill people?" And the dad's like, "Where did you hear this from?" And I was team dad, because Carlotta at this point is a little girl. Fernando is like 14. So you should know better than to go and like run your mouth and say stuff like this to your little sister. Like, it just was not appropriate for you to go and share with her. Like, you could have kept that one to yourself. And then when it came time to sit here and say, like, well, where did you get this information from? I'm thinking that she's going to sit here and tell her father that she got it from the kids in the neighborhood. No, she got it from her older brother, who basically, like, this boy basically hates her. And she's honestly afraid to tell the middle brother keeps trying to be like, oh well, whatever, and the dad's like, no, I asked her, like, she can speak for herself. When the father realizes that it was Fernando that ran his mouth and sat here and told, the mother is trying her best to like protect him. Like, I feel like you have some mothers that babies these little boys so much that it's like, girl, he's never going to become a man because you keep babying him. Every time that someone wants to hold this boy accountable, you got your titty in his mouth, breastfeeding him. Let his little ass grow up. I was in agreement with the father. Like, yes, the little boy needs to learn that when it comes to the family business, don't be off at school yapping your mouth, and especially not telling your little sister whatever. Now, when Fernando finds out that Carlotta snitched on him, he literally tells her, like, once they're dead and gone, like once mom and dad are dead and gone, you're out of here. You're going back to the community that you belong in because you shouldn't even be here in the first place. We found you in the trash, whatever. Fast forward some time, Carlotta's mother is a super Italian, super proud Italian woman. She doesn't want to go to the doctor. She doesn't trust the doctors. And I was with her on that too, because I have somewhat of a distrust when it comes to healthcare. I was a CNA for 6 years. I done seen some things that you can't unsee. I done heard some conversations you can't unhear. So when it comes to the healthcare community, industry, whatever you want to call it, I got some distrust too. So when Carlotta's mom was like, yeah, I'm not feeling well, but I'm going to treat it with some fresh oregano and some parsley and all this other little stuff and these little tea concoctions, I said, girl, I'm with you on that, because I will sit at home and try my damnedest to heal myself before I go ahead and try and go somewhere else. That's just how I rock. That's just how I've been, because I'm not trying to ring up a crazy doctor's bill, and B, I feel like sometimes people want to try and use you as a guinea pig or some test dummy. Like with me having eczema, a lot of times when I would go to a dermatologist as a teenager or as a kid, like they would always have a bunch of their damn interns in the room to come look at my skin. And I understand interns are, they're there to learn and stuff. I also understand I had severe eczema at the time. So it was a rarer case. But I also feel like when it comes to textbook versions of what does eczema and psoriasis look like, you always see it on non-melanated skin. Like, when are y'all gonna start sitting here showing updated pictures of what it looks like on people that are melanated? I don't know, whatever. Like, it's whatever. So basically, everyone's trying to beg Carlotta's mom to go to the doctor, go to the hospital, whatever. This is the early 20th century, so healthcare was what it was. We know that women were damn sure the guinea pigs. Our pain wasn't legitimate at the time. Um, she's probably just being miserable and just being bitter and just complaining for no reason. But they end up diagnosing her mother with, an illness, and they let her know, like, yeah, sis, you probably got about 6 months. And at first, it's hard for Carlotta to accept that her mother really is leaving. Carlotta even kind of throws, like, damn near throws away her relationship with her boo that she's been sneaking around seeing. And he is a black man after all of this time of her hating weddings and hating these ceremonies, because she knows that she's never going to be chosen by, one of the members in this community that matters so much to her. She finds a man that adores her. He loves her. Carlotta pissed me off because I feel like she threw away a whole relationship that, like, that was a good man. Like, he loves you. He wants to be with you. He literally proposed to you. He's done everything to accommodate you and what makes you comfortable. He hasn't gone public with your relationship because he doesn't want to upset your father, because you've told him not to say anything to your father. You ghost this man when your mother gets sick. That type of stuff pisses me off. When people just go and ghost people with no explanation. If you're going through some type of loss, whatever, at the very least, you can send a text, send a letter, pick up the phone and call. Listen, I'm struggling mentally with something right now. It has nothing to do with you, but I need time to focus on myself. Have that conversation with people. I think ghosting has become so easy for people to do. And I was so pissed with her because I'm just like, you have spent all of these years hating weddings, hating going to them, because you knew in the back of your mind that you were not accepted in the community, the Italian community that you were raised in. You find someone that loves you unconditionally. The man is saying, like, I would work 5 damn jobs to support you if I had to. I'm ready to have children with. Girl, what the fuck do you want? Like, let's be real. Let's be real. This was in a time where the men were going off to war and stuff. I've never felt this way for a character before. But sis, what better man are you gonna find? What does the better man for you look like? Like, give me a breakdown, Carlotta, of what that would look like. This is a man that I don't understand. So I don't know. It was a good book. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. I I respect her standing on business. I respect what her ultimate decision was in every way, shape, and form. Um, this was definitely a story of the underdog. It was a good story. Fernando deserved everything that came his way. Um, oh, I just was so disappointed because was the whole premise of the story about love and romance? No. But you know damn well that's something you care about. Why are you downplaying it and acting like you don't? Girl, I don't know. So that's really all I thought about that book. I really did enjoy it. I plan on reading more books in this series because, like I said, it was pretty enjoyable. If you have not already downloaded your free copy of My Favorite X, it is okay available with Amazon, Barnes and Noble's, Kobo. I got my first copy in the mail myself. It's on my shirt. My shirts just came in the mail this morning, so I was super excited. This book means so much to me because of how much it has been widely received. It's gotten so much love, affection, support. I'm just so happy and excited about everything. So I don't know. That's really all I have to say at this point. I really did enjoy reading this book. I really did enjoy it. I am working on a longer book. It is called Trapped by a Tennessee Trapper. It is about a lawyer that has a one night stand that turns into her getting pregnant by the man, and obviously she don't know that man that well. She shows up to the courtroom to try and prosecute a case 2 months later, and who is she supposed to be prosecuting a case against? None other than Mr. Riggs that she had that good old one night stand with. So at this point, Lamaya is trying to figure out, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to remove myself as being like the prosecutor on this case because I'm with child. Remember when Respucia was like, Norbert, please, I'm with child. That's basically where it's at. So I don't know. I have no clue yet when I am releasing that book. I'm not sure if it's coming this year. I'm not sure if I'm releasing that next year. I have to figure it out because my goal is to make sure that this book gives what it's supposed to give. My Favorite X is a shorter book. It is is it a novella? What do you call it? A novella, a novelette? I'm not bookish in that way of knowing like what you guys consider certain things because one person will say a novella is 30,000 words or more. The next website will be saying it's 50,000 words or more. How many words is a novella? Go ahead and drop it below for me so I can get my life together and I can figure things out. So bottom line, Trapped by a Tennessee Trapper, I don't know when I'm releasing that book. All I know is it is a work in progress. By the time you guys see this video, I'm sure I'll have it available for pre-order. I just don't know when I'm going to drop it yet. So I appreciate you supporting my channel and I look forward to seeing you in the next book review. Bye.